feet here, kid.
Hi Haley, how are you? Cool Cat Renee, Happy New Year. I know for a fact, Cool Cat Renee, you're still waiting for a Happy New Year just as I am. The family is so loud in the house. I had to come into the DH1 mobile office, mobile studio office. I had some clips and videos that I wanted to share with you guys. So we'll see if anybody actually wants to watch the live. I know a lot of people had a lot of things lined up for today. My live is not one of them, and it's okay. I would love to continue talking about what we've been talking about earlier today. You guys know that we were talking about fraud in Minnesota, and well, it turns out that is a lot bigger than we thought. It's a lot bigger than we thought. And let's see here. Okay. Happy New Year to all the members, all the American patriots. Happy New Year's to you and your family and loved ones. Amen, brother. Thank you for that. Got to make my mobile office a little bit cooler. It's cold. It's like it's like 34 degrees right now, but no, not now. You see, I'm still trying to get my laptop to go because I still want to be able to find out information that I got saved up. You guys won't believe this. Check this out. So, I always get leftist Democrat media come through my feed on my X account, and it never ceases to amaze me. These people just never learn, guys. Haley, I'm telling you right now, Renee. You can't make this up. The whole conversation that we've had, in the morning and the other days that we have lives, right? Some people, they still say that we're lying, and they go through all of this and that and blah blah blah, and like especially like the Hispanic guy that called me in the other day, talking about his mama brought him over here illegally with his 7 siblings, and now he's a citizen, and he still hasn't learned how to respect the law, how to be thankful for the good things that he has. I'm gonna read to you guys a post that came through my X feed. Okay, this is from the leftist Democrats. Okay, just like we have. I think the people that come into my channel, like you, like Güero doesn't always. Thank you, Güero. Hey, Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year. Güero doesn't agree with me on everything. He's not here because he's a right-wing guy. He's not here because he thinks exactly like I do. He likes to joke like I do. We have differences of opinions on a lot of different things, but the fact is that we can still communicate. We can still talk. We still give each other shit. I had to put him in a corner. Well, I haven't put you in a corner for a long time. I don't even think I have put you in the corner, Weddle. You might be a good guy. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But for example, this guy, he's a migrant, just as I was, but his upbringing was that it's okay to come here illegally because you have a need. See, to where my mother brought me up to say, even if you do have a need, it's never okay to invade someone else's property. It is never okay to come to this country illegally. And that's the mentality. So I will call that the left, and I call myself the right. If you want to pick a side, that's how we call it. Now, check this out, Güero. I don't know if you see this kind of information out there, but I'm gonna read it out to you. Okay, I'm gonna read it out to you. So you guys know we've been talking about this. Nick Shirley going out there, and he's talking about this fraud in Minnesota. A lot of people like to make it political. People always going into the race card, so to speak. And, like, okay, Bryce, watch this. Watch this and tell me if you agree with this. I don't know what to tell you, brother. Okay, so Democrats are going to take the House in 2026. That might be so. That might be so. But that doesn't mean that is a good thing. All right, I was going to text my sister Trinity. She's probably passed out because she's on the East Coast. I think she's Eastern time. I think. We're live if you're still up. All right. So the whole purpose of me talking about this fraud, with the fraud in Minnesota, it happens to be Somalis right now, but it doesn't just happen to be Somalis. It's Somalis everywhere throughout the United States. It's just like if we say the cartels, the first thing people think is Mexicans. And that's not accurate. Of course, it's not just Mexicans. There's Mexican cartels, there's Colombian cartels, there's Venezuelan cartels. There's cartels from everywhere. Hey, Brian, how are you, brother? How are you? Wow, you spoke the truth. Bro, I always speak the truth. Whether you agree with it or not, that's different. We have to learn to agree to disagree and leave it at that. And then if we want to hang out, if we still want to chill, okay, let's do that. But if you're not able to just, keep it cool, because you guys get me out of my box. You guys get me all rotted up. I get triggered and I transform into Hulk and going crazy. I don't want that. I want to have fun. Now, with that being said, salud, my friends. Yes, I got a regular cup right now. Couldn't find my Trump cup. My wife just brought it to me. I drank my cup of coffee, and my wife brought me the mug with more coffee because she knows that I'm going to be here for a while. So I want to say welcome everybody that's coming in here, the whole 20 people that we have. But I really didn't want to start sharing all this information until I actually have more people on the live. So we'll see. If we get up to 100, I'm going to go ahead and share this breaking news from the Democratic, I don't know what to call this guy. Maybe if you're on the left or Democrat, you probably know this guy. His name is Brian Krasenstein. Krasenstein. And he says breaking. So he's going to give us some information, okay? Bryce, I know that is a problem. TDS is a real thing, my friend. Maybe one day you'll get over it and you will be able to be free to think, free to be able to analyze things with your own mind and not somebody else's points of views. See, everything I say here, like for example, Weddle knows, right? He knows. I say a lot of things here that he probably disagrees with most of it, right? But he knows that's my opinion, that's my interpretation. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do. If we're all Americans, right? Whether you're born here, whether you're naturalized, if we're all Americans, we should be able to still have a conversation and stop talking about just hating, right? If I always say this, the disclosure. If I say libtards and Democrats, guys, there is Democrat. I was a Democrat, okay? Libtards and Democrats and morons and retards, guys. If that's you, I'm sorry you had to hear it. But I wouldn't accept those comments if I was you. I would just ignore those comments and then just put your opinion on the chat, and hopefully I get to read it. You guys know. Oh well, here disclaimer. I was in my studio slash house. My family is freaking loud. It is Happy New Year's. They're doing karaoke. It's hella loud. I can't concentrate. So I had to go to DH1, which is what I call my mobile office, my vehicle, okay? And believe me, one day I'm going to pimp it out. I'm going to pimp my ride to be able to do, oh man, my imagination just goes crazy. I can imagine just sitting in the back, right? This is a third row SUV. Sit in the back, lower the back seats, sit in the very back row, put some monitors hanging from the back seats, and then I have my laptop right in the middle, and then I'm gonna have a second monitor here and a third monitor here. I will be able to connect my camera, put it right in the middle, and then I can go ahead and grab videos and put them in like I do on my desktop. It's an amazing thing to be able to have a dreaming mentality, a mentality with vision. All we need is money, because nothing is free in life. As much as socialists think that everything is free, nothing is free in life, okay? Nada, nothing, zilch. All right, with that being said, let me read some of your comments here as much as I can, because the letters on the phones are very small. Michael, hello from Akron, Ohio. Oh man, I heard some stuff from Ohio, my friend. We'll see what you guys got there. David, Barb, can't believe it. We made it through 2026. Happy New Year. 10, 11, 12. For all of you on the East Coast, Happy New Year. Miss Hummingbird, you cannot be a Christian and a Democrat, period. It's over, she says. Guys, that's her opinion, and she is entitled to that opinion. I believe that Jesus Christ came and died for all sinners. I know, Hummingbird. That includes the damn tarts. Let's see. But I do have some cannabis. Oh, boy. Excuse me for the cough, guys. I know I got a lavalier on. Kept Dog. I am a Christian, and I voted for Harris. I'm telling you guys, some things you guys just shouldn't say. Don't admit to it. Yeah. Kev Dog. You know, January 6th, I'm glad you said that. There was something about that. Now I'm gonna tell you something. This is very disturbing. I'm glad I'm not showing you the video. But I wanna share something about January 6th. Ashley Abbott. Hold on. So you guys know about January 6th, Ashley Abbott was that innocent woman that got caught. I really, January 6th is still a mystery, guys. I wouldn't make too many assumptions about it, but I can tell you this. 5 almost 5 million. I think it was like $4,975,000 they have awarded the family for Ashley Abbott, the lady that got shot on January 6th. A video came out, and it's sad. It shows that they put chairs to block the door, and everybody's busting out the glass on the doors. Stupid guys. Busting out the glass on the doors, and as soon as there was an opening, she climbs over through the opening of the door where the glass was, and the police officer shoots her right in the head. She just falls back. And I'm just thinking, so a woman was the threat for this coward police officer. How many people do you see ICE shooting with live bullets? How many cops stopping riots use live bullets to stop protesters? Mitchell, I will be careful with your voices, with your opinion. You were not there. She didn't have any weapons, not even a stick, nothing. An innocent woman was killed by a coward cop. There is more to it. We saw videos of police officers on January 6th giving high fives, removing handcuffs like best friends, a setup, a coup. Guys, I would be very careful with celebrating somebody dying on January 6th. That's not cool. Not cool at all. Have some respect. I don't care what your political view is. Have some respect. I'll tell you what. We're not going to put up with that. Get the hell out of my chat. You're gone. I don't want you here. Go find something else to do on New Year's Eve. What a jerk. What a jerk. Brian, I'm gonna make you a moderator. Oh, Brian, you already are a moderator. Do me a favor, Brian. I know it's a lot just for you, and I know that you've been doing a good job, but do me a favor. Anybody that says anything to celebrate someone's death, just get rid of them. Anybody that is racist, get rid of them. I don't need that here. I don't need it here. Okay. I'm going to say this. I care, and this hat is not racist. Make America Great should be every American slogan. This is a slogan that Ronald Reagan made. An American patriot. Did he make mistakes? Absolutely. Do I agree with everything Ronald Reagan said? Absolutely not. But I think he was a good president. So have some respect. We're not talking about, Al-Qaeda. We're not talking about terrorist groups that are over here trying to destroy, kill Americans. That's not who we're talking about. We're talking about innocent people. Okay? Yeah, Charlie Kirk is dead, and he was innocent. The worst thing he did was use his words. He used his words and got killed for that. Imagine in the United States of America that we live today, where somebody speaking up their mind will get shot. That is ridiculous. I do not condone any of that. Now you can sit here, I can shut you up. If you insult me, I can insult the mess out of you. If you hit me, I'll hit you back. If you shoot me, I'll shoot you back. That's for sure. But I'm going to say this. It shouldn't get that far. We should be able to communicate. And if you disagree with what I say, well, you're entitled to it. You can always disagree. Always disagree. But I'm very happy. And the reason why I'm happy that they got some justice served, $4.97 thousand dollars, $4 million $4,975,000 is what they got, the settlement. At least we got some justice there. Now, the other thing that you have to realize is that what that means is that everything and everyone that has gotten away with the January 6th setup, it's very close. It's very close to getting caught. That means investigations are still happening. And if President Donald J. Trump has removed the pardons from everybody on January 6th, I can't wait for the court to reopen. I'm going to say this. For those people that are happy to try to impeach Donald Trump again, I am happy to go and put all Democrat corrupted politicians through the court system. And yes, we are going to use our justice system as it's meant to be. There is enough fraud. There is enough evidence to take them to court. Not hearings, court, actual judgment day. I want everybody investigated. Just as much as bad as they want the Epstein files to have President Donald Trump's name on it, I want every corrupted politician to be taken to court. I want every single one of them being audited, investigated. Where did they make every single dollar that they have acquired while in office? I am all. For all Hispanics, I am all. So I represent all of our Hispanic community that believes on respecting the law. I represent all my Hispanic community who are educated, who speak the truth, who are honest, and who love this country, respects the law. I represent all of my Hispanics that think like me. Every single one of them. Mexicans, Guatemalans, Belize, Nicaraguan, Honduran, Salvadorian, Costa Rican, Panama, even some Venezuelans, even Brasileiros, Portuguese, Spanish. We got Argentinians, Chileans, Colombians, Paraguays, Uruguays, Peru. Every single Hispanic country I represent, but only the people that respect the law, not the drug dealers, not the illegal aliens that come into this country. So if you want to call me Mexican, sure. You want to call me Cuban? ¿Por qué no? If you want to call me Puerto Rican? Sure. Dominican Republic? Well, sure. Okay. Absolutely. I love all of my people. I think that Hispanics are very beautiful people, and I'm glad to be part of that Latin community. Talia Madurista. Whoa, Talia. How are you, bro? Or sis. I don't know if that's just, I can't tell. They, them. How are you? Man, anyway, I got some stuff to share. Check this out. So this is, when I said, everybody knows about Nick Shirley. And thank you, Dave. I know you got my back, brother. And all I need is for you to be here with me. As a matter of fact, Dave, why don't we give you moderator just for tonight? I don't want you to hate me like somebody else that I gave him temporary moderator power, and then they hated me because I took it off, and they took that personally, and they unsubscribed, and they were members, by the way, and they removed that as well. So anyway, it's crazy, right, that people would want to threaten my life just because I'm speaking the truth. That's what I don't understand, And so I want to share this message. Now, you heard Fox, right? Fox and other news outlets saying that a journalist, a 23-year-old journalist, Nick Shirley, was investigating fraud in Minnesota, right? Then CNN says, now guys, there was nothing partisan about the fraud. about the investigation. He never went in there as a Republican, right? Manuel, he is more journalist than CNN's news, every single one of their anchors. And I'll explain to you why in a little bit. But here's the point. CNN says the MAGA YouTuber. What? He didn't go over there, MAGA YouTuber. You know why they associate him as MAGA? Because MAGA stands for everything conservative. MAGA stands for respecting the law. MAGA stands against illegal immigration. MAGA stands for America first. MAGA stands for doing diplomatic agreements throughout the world, protecting our assets domestically and internationally. See, everything that we do in MAGA, we make deals with other countries, but there is something coming back to us. Not like the libtards that just gave money away. Here's $1 billion. Here's 100. Here's $200 billion. Here's 100 billion. Here's 50 billion. They just gave money away without anything back in return. It's crazy. So when they see somebody standing up for what's right, they automatically call them MAGA. Isn't that crazy? They call them MAGA. So now I have, oh man, they just went away. I should have read it. So now I have on my feed, okay, from a Democrat, YouTuber, content creator, journalist, whatever you want to call him, right? I get a pop here that goes through my X account and it says, oh man, I got to find it. Doggone it. I got to find it because I want to read it word per word. I want to read it word per word what he said. Let me see if I go back, if it will show me. Hopefully it gives it back so I can read to you how they think. Let me go to my account here. It normally comes through my feed. Man, I got a lot of clips that I was going to share with you. If my family wasn't so damn loud inside, I would have been in my desktop showing you all this stuff. All right, 1600. Okay, following. No. For you. Let me see if I can find it on the history here. Oh, let me read this real quick. I don't know if this is AI or what, but hold on. Let me see what this is all about. Let's say this one's the internet tonight. Oh, okay. This is AI. But nonetheless, son of a gun. Come on. All right, let me go ahead and play this. All right, let me go ahead and play this video. See if you can hear it.
This is the tin foil, the spoon with the white rock on it, and some chemistry equipment.
Guys, you can make a lot of money leering. Come here with us. Make good money leering.
Look at these babysitters and teachers we have. Only the best at the Leering Center, guys. Guys, this is how you do it in Minnesota. See this money? Sure. I did it, Dad! I know you did, son! All right, let's get this party started.
Let's make a difference.
All right. I'm going to give you I'm going to repost it. Shit. I'm going to repost it. All right, here's my, I'm going to use my other phone here to give you the typing, okay? If you have an X account, you can find me at Dennis Herrera 76. Okay, you can find it there, and if you want to follow me of what I'm going to be playing for you guys, okay. Let me see. I have. Let me unpin a live that I have here. So the first video that I share, if you go to if you have an X account, go find my profile. If you want to subscribe, great. If you don't, that's okay. Miss Hummingbird, thank you so much for subscribing. God bless you. The first video that I just played a little bit of is gonna be the first one on my feed, and it's from Gunther Eagleman. It says this Wednesday entered tonight, and it's showing Kamala Harris holding some looks like maybe whiskey or some sort of Crown Royal. I don't know what the hell it is. Some type of liquor, giving you lessons from the Leering Center. It's funny, but I do have other things to talk about. Let me go ahead and give you some audio of the video clip since I can't show you. Okay, I don't want to move the phone. Check this out. This is Democrats' allegiance to illegal aliens exposed. This is Scott Jennings.
Make this about Abrego Garcia, then it seems like, oh, that's something that happens over there to this person that doesn't involve me. The key point here is ICE illegally held Abrego Garcia without a removal order, the basic legal document needed. And so when you look at that, it can happen to any of us. Moreover, ICE just recently signed a contract. Yes, it can happen to any of us.
Are you
ICE just recently. I don't know what people aren't illegal, so undocumented
citizen of the United States.
Well, if you don't have the opportunity, if you don't have the opportunity to fight to have due process, then how can
anybody say that? Is he an illegal alien or not?
I don't call people illegal aliens. I think that's a slur.
Is he in the country illegally?
Is he here undocumented? Yes.
Is he an illegal alien?
But if I may have the professional courtety to finish my point, even more concerned, I'm not the liar at the table. Believe me.
Be honest about it.
But
You're lying right now.
I'm not lying, but please, if you can give me the courtesy to finish my point, I think it's very concerning.
That is the Democrats. That's how they look at the system. See, that they are the left. They're the donkey. They're the donkey party, right? So when we stand for legal immigration, MAGA, they already know. They already know that true patriots are MAGA. Make America great again. It's very simple. It's not difficult. I saw a question in there. I think somebody says, what do I think about the, what do you call it? The naturalization citizenship? What did you say? Let me go back to the comments. Sorry, guys. I can't see from here. What do you think? Somebody said something about that. Birthright citizenship. I think something about birthright citizenship. So everybody, if you've been following me and you have come to my channel before, you will have noticed, son of a man, what I hate not being able to be in my desktop. Doggone it, just got rid of my X account. I believe that anybody, oh, it's okay. Candyman can get a 9mm in his ass if he comes by. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for an excuse to use my 9mm on somebody. To defend myself, of course. Not trying to be all violent and criminal here. We're not doing that, guys. But I will defend myself. What do I think about it? I think that even if people interpret the Constitution the way they have interpreted all these years, which is wrong, even if they interpret it that way, and our founding fathers, they signed the Constitution and they said, we're going to allow people, if they are in our country and they are born in this country, we're going to give them citizenship. Now, we know that was because of the slaves, etc. But let's just go with, the leftist interpretation of the Constitution. Okay, I believe no. I believe that only Americans, residents that have children in the United States, and residents is really, really pushing it, okay? But I'm going to give it to the residents. Remember, residents are not citizens. They are not the people. The only people in the United States that can say, we the people, are those who have a voice to make a change in government and anything that happens in this country. Who are those? People that can vote. That's why women can vote. It's only right. That's why free men that were once slaves can vote, which is right. So I believe the Constitution of the United States of America, when it says we the people, and that all persons, it's talking about American citizens. That's just my translation. But let's just go with the false understanding that even the judicial courts are ignorant and don't know how to protect this country. I am glad the judicial system is not in charge of protecting the country. Let's say your interpretation, and I'm talking about these leftist Democrat people that want to interpret the Constitution as a universal rights to everybody, including our enemies, including terrorists, including anybody that wants to harm us. They think the Constitution also includes those people. Let's say it does. This was written a long time ago. Couple hundred years back, couple hundred and a half years back. Okay, so nowadays we have been invaded, literally invaded by millions and millions of illegal immigrants. Not just Mexicans, come on, don't be prejudiced, don't be racist. It's all Hispanics from all Latin America, Canada, China, Middle East. Let's not forget about 18,000 terrorist people that have been grabbed already. Thousands of gangbangers have been deported and put in prison. Let's not forget that. So when you ask me about birthright citizenship, yeah, I'm against it. I'm 100% with Donald Trump. I'm against it. Every anchor baby that was born to illegal immigrants should not be a citizen. Now, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you one thing. From the time that the judge, the courts decide no more birthright citizenship to illegal parents, from that day on, nobody else will get citizenship. Now, let me tell you why. It's only fair. But what I will say is this. If those who are found to have been citizens, not, birthright citizens from illegal parents, if their loyalty is to their parents' country and not to the United States of America, if they don't want to defend the immigration laws of the United States of America, they should lose that citizenship and be deported. Very simple. If you're going to be in this country, you better love it. You better respect it. And if you're going to fight for it and you cannot do it in the military, at least support those who believe the American laws are supposed to be followed. I think it's very common sense, right? I think it's fair. I think it's fair. I think that every person that has become an American citizen by birthright so far from illegal immigrants, okay, they should keep that status if they don't have a criminal record. If they have a criminal record, take that away from them and deport them to their parents' land. Let them wave their parents' flag in their parents' country. See how they like it. With that being said, the reason why I said that it's okay for them to keep it is because let's not forget the treaty that we made with Mexico when they gave us Utah, Nevada, Well, Texas left them. Arizona, California. There was a treaty called the Treaty of Hidalgo. A lot of the Mexicans that were in the Northern Territory, when we, the American people, took over the land and made it the United States of America, the Mexican government and the people agreed. You have to understand, Mexican people were so in debt, they were about to get killed anyways. So they decided to take a deal where Americans took the debt, we paid it off. Some Mexicans got deported from San Francisco because they didn't want to accept the deal. But every other Mexican that agreed to the laws and become an American citizen was allowed to stay in the land and become American citizens. Whether Mexicans were taken away and pushed away from this country, that is irrelevant. Those Mexicans who decided to be part of the United States of America and support the United States of America were allowed to stay in this country. And that's why I think it's okay to allow those children that have been anchor babies, that were naturalized birthright citizenship, I'm naturalized. Those who have birthright citizenship should stay citizens. But from now on, from the date that this document is signed, nobody having children here will be given a citizenship status unless it is proven that the people that gave birth to these children are actually either residents or actual American citizens. Don't worry about the MAGA hat. There is a new hat coming in. David and Brian, they already know what the hat is. And that hat says, shut the hell up. Ah, man. All right, so if you come into my channel and you'll be like, oh my God, this guy again with immigration. What the hell is wrong with this guy? Every single time, you know it, Brian, every single time that I do my live, somebody brings something up where I have to give information, right? So somebody asks a birthright citizenship, so I got to start talking about illegal immigration and how this is affecting this and that. I don't always tell you everything that is affected by it, like the economy, like the high prices, the supply and demand issue, how no country can sustain 21 plus million people just all of a sudden pouring into an economy that is failing. And it's very astounding to me that so many people, especially on the left, they defend illegal immigrants tooth and nail. And they are the ones that actually complain about the economy and the high prices and the high gas. And shut the hell up. That's why I'm going to make that hat. Let me tell you what conversation we would be having right now. For all of you illegal immigrants that come into my live, I want you to think about this. And all of you who support illegal immigration, if that was me, I'm gonna throw you a bone. If that was me, let's say I'm on your side. By the way, guys, my chat is very strict today, so put nice comments out there. Otherwise, nobody's gonna read them, and I won't even care about it anyway. Okay? So, if I was you, this is how I would fight someone like me. Hey, Dennis, the economy is bad, right? Okay, why is it bad? Well, illegal immigrant. Okay, I'm gonna retract that. I'm gonna ask you, hey, what do you think about the economy? And you can, let's say you ask me. Okay, I'm gonna be you for a second. You be me. I'm gonna be you. You ask me, what do you think about the economy? Well, I mean, prices are a lot higher than what they used to. But, we find a way. We fight through it. And, yeah, I think the economy is pretty great. I mean, it's as great as it can be. Yeah, is there shortage of houses? We need to build houses. Is there a high demand for low supply? Yeah, there is, but you know, we can just make more supply. We can make our government just say, hey, allow people to build more. Let's get rid of some regulations that is making that impossible. How about with lower taxes on property? I will give you all of this. And then I will say this. I think everything is great. And then you would ask me, well, what do you think about illegal immigrants? Well, you know, illegal immigrants, they're hard workers. I think that they should get a permission to work. I think that everybody should be vetted on this side of the country, at least for the time that they have lived in this country. And, well, we should just allow them to be here. Why? What's the problem with illegal immigrants? Oh, well, criminals. Well, you know what? We need to have more police. We need to have more ICE. But to really go for the criminal aliens, okay? And then you will say, well, I think every illegal should leave. And I'm just going to say, well, I disagree with that because, you know, even though the economy is this, I think illegal immigrants should stay here because they're hard workers, period. Now, let me tell you why you shouldn't be against me. Because I didn't bitch and complain about the economy. I didn't blame President Donald Trump for high prices. I didn't blame President Trump for tariffs. I didn't blame President Trump for gas prices, for property taxes. I didn't blame Trump for anything. I have been supportive 100%. But you guys do the opposite. You bitch and complain about everything. Oh my God, the economy, the gas, the tariffs, the taxes, and the blah, blah, blah. That's why you lose. Every single time, that's why you lose. Because you bitch and whine and complain about everything. So when you want to defend something, even though it's not right, everything that you have already complained about, you just destroyed yourself with your own words. There you go. That is how you make an argument. But you got, see, look, like Travis, I know you're trolling, but more taxes is not great. See, taxes on the local people, right? If we overtax the local people, that is unconstitutional. And I'm with you. But if we tax, you know, importing goods, even though the consumer ends up paying the price, see, they're not forced to buy that product. So if they want to pay the price for that product that is more expensive, it is a choice. Think with logic. So increasing tariffs or taxes on importing goods, putting sanctions and putting higher tariffs on other countries, is not unconstitutional. The government has the right to do so. Tariffs were supposed to provide for the government, not for the people. Tariffs were supposed to provide for infrastructure, not for the people. The people work and pay a sales tax. They pay an income tax. All that money, it's also to be used for social services, emergency programs, some infrastructure, the way the United States covers and picks up all these federal taxes that I wish we didn't have to pay. They collect all these federal taxes and then they send them, and then it gets redistributed amongst other states depending on their needs. Let me take a look, see what Cutting Edge says. Taxes are the method of the matrix, aka the feds. Yeah, and that's why here in Washington State, it is unconstitutional to add a state income tax. And yet, corrupted Bob Ferguson is trying to pass a state income tax that we don't want. Mind you, I believe I'm correct. In May, I'm going to go pay $2,000 and I'm going to put my name on the ballot. And I'm going to run against the corrupted Bob Ferguson. You can take that to the bank. You can make fun of me all you want. But I'm going to go over there and fight for the people. The last person that went up there gave me some hope because he's got a great reputation. He's a retired sheriff. And when I saw him debate this guy in office, he lost it. He had no fight. He had no balls to speak the truth for everybody to hear. Well, guess what my talent is? My talent is public speaking. And I get fired up when people doubt me. When people fight me. It lights me up all inside. And the reason why that happens is because I am one of those people that I am going to fight for. You guys, I am so fatigued with your pedophiles, with the Epstein file. You guys have nothing. Nothing. I wish you guys had brains. I wish you guys were smart. I've given quite a few of you people on the left a chance to call in, and you guys all think the same way. Those who are Democrats, by loyalism, you guys are not libtards. You guys are not retarded. Are you making a mistake? Sure. But you're not retarded. You know how I know? Because we were also Democrats. A lot of people that subscribe to my channel were Democrats. Imagine that. We're sick and tired. We're fatigued of the race card. We're fatigued of this black thing. We're fatigued of this whole Israel thing. We're fatigued with Palestine. We're fatigued with every losing freaking thing that you guys bring up. We're sick of it. Make America great again. That's why we have the hat. That's why we support it. Proof is on the pudding. What are you, Fidel Castro? And there is no evidence, bro. There is no evidence. All these documents with President Trump's name on it, are you serious? That's your evidence? That is not proof. The only crackhead that came up with a fake story about being raped by Donald Trump, she lost. She admitted it. She made it up. She lied. And you guys are eating the pudding. I'm sorry. I try not to laugh. Yeah. You guys crack me up. All right, let me go ahead and go to my next clip. This is another Scott Jennings moment in CNN. Guys, this is for the left guys. This is for the Democrats. This is for you guys that hate me. Here we go. Listen up. This is your news channel.
Make this about Abrego Garcia, then it seems like, oh, that's something that happens over there to this person that doesn't involve me. The key point here is ICE illegally held Abrego Garcia without a removal order, the basic legal document needed. And so when you look at that, it can happen to any of us. Moreover, ICE just recently signed a contract. Yes, it can happen to any of us.
Are you
ICE just recently. I don't know what people aren't illegal, so undocumented citizens. Well, if you don't have the opportunity, to fight to have due process, then how can anybody say that? Or not? I don't call people illegal aliens. I think that's a slur. Is he illegal? Is he in the country illegally?
Yes.
If he's here undocumented, yes.
Is he an illegal alien?
But if I may have the professional courtesy to finish my point, even more concerned. I'm not the liar at the table. Believe me.
Be honest about it.
But You're lying right now. I'm not lying. But please, if you can give me the courtesy to finish my point, I think it's very concerning.
You Democrats, you hypocrites, you liars. Travis, I believe that you're illegal. Don't get me wrong. I don't call ICE on anybody. I just won't obstruct ICE. Because what President Trump has said and what we also support, it's we're going to get rid of every illegal immigrant until I run for office. We're going to get rid of every illegal immigrant. But we're going to start with the really bad criminals. We're going to start with the really bad criminals. And if there is any other illegal immigrants obstructing justice and we find out they're illegal, guess what? Boom, you're out of here. So my advice will continue to always be the same. Stop obstructing ICE. You have a choice to self-deport in your own way. You got a free plane ticket. You can't beat this. Free plane ticket. Today is the last day for you to be able to do that. You got about an hour and 40 minutes to self-deport. I'm a United States of America citizen, moron. Please, keep it civilized. Don't make me insult you. Please, don't make me insult you. If you insult me, you force me to insult you. I try to get away from that. I work very hard to not do that. But you guys keep hitting the button. It's like you like it. You ask for it. Like you really want me to just go off on your ignorant ass. It's very simple. So, if I catch anybody insulting ICE agents and I'm around, I'm going to start insulting you and telling you the truth and put you down and defend them. And maybe I'll have a crowd with me. But I'm going to tell you something. Cutting Edge has said this before, and I think in Liberty as well. Civil War II, it's not that far away. And the reason why we don't want that, and all these illegal immigrants, they don't care. They're all in here, to be honest. They don't care about this country, but they're stupid. Because if this country goes down, they got nowhere else to go. They destroyed their country where they come from, and they're going to destroy the country that belongs to Americans. It is the fact. It is a fact. For all of you who keep fighting against me on that, you will see, and by the time that you see, it's going to be too late. And I don't care to say I told you so. If you allow this country to be destroyed because of your stupid mentality, your children and your children's children's future is at stake. And they're going to pay for it. Fast. Okay, I'll give you a chance. I said, what the hell is wrong with me? Okay. Go ahead, tell me what bothers you of what I said. I'm going to try to read your comment. Go ahead, I'll give you a chance. Ain't you from another country yourself, and don't you have family members that are probably illegal immigrants themselves? Don't you have friends? Okay, yes. So the fact that I do have family in here, well, all of the ones that I know are legal, but the fact is that even if it's my mom's got to go. Mama, you got to go back to Honduras. Don't worry, I'll help you out. If that is happening, I am to blame because as an American citizen, I should have made my mother an American citizen already. I have that right. The reason why a lot of the people don't become American citizens is because they don't qualify. They got a criminal record. They have committed fraud. Or it's just plain stupidity from you that cannot make papers for your family. It's very simple. See, when you got papers, that's it. That's where it stops. When they pull you over, it's a matter of fact. From the ICE.gov website, I watched a video of this foreigner. They were checking for papers on the 18-wheeler drivers, right? With the CDLs and all this stuff. And the guy has his American passport and his CDL license. And the ICE agents say, have a great day, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And on the other side, the illegal with no American passport. No papers, obviously. He's illegal. Went to jail. Got arrested. I'm sure he got deported. So that's the difference. So it's not because, here, listen, here's Cutting Edge. Okay, he'll say what he had to say. Let me see. The big problem is these countries have 40% plus of the weapons of the world. USA will be by a PvP server. For real, the blood will be in the streets in a CW. Civil War. You know, I mentioned your name. I don't know if you were already here, but I mentioned your name, and that's something that is true, man. You know, if we don't pay attention, man, this is what's going to happen. And it's not just going to be American lives being lost. China, our enemies, guys, they're looking at us. They're trying to see what's happening in the United States of America. And if you guys want to be part of the great history of this country, or be part of the horrible mistakes of history, you have a choice. Reddit user comment, I don't know what that means. Is Honduras a really poor country? I think it's a poor country. Yeah. Know your history before you run your mouth, people. Let's see. Ice going door to door looking for anchor babies and full-grown anchor babies. That's not true. Stop lying, Cut. Stop lying. Thank you, Robert. That is more American than most of you fools. If the rich keep getting richer without the working class actually getting out of poverty, I was born here, dude. Okay, Zig. Let me ask you something. So you were born here. What has stopped you from becoming rich? And be honest. Thank you, Dub. Go ahead, tell me. What has stopped you from being rich? I can tell you, I have Hispanics in my chat that have their own business, that are successful, that are making okay money, some of them pretty good money. What have you done to help yourself get closer to the status of being rich? Or are you just waiting for handouts like every other leftist? Oh, Travis, you're illegal, so you better watch it. Separate religion from politics. We can talk about your salvation later. Right now, we're talking about American law. Let's see. Zig, obviously you're not rich. I'm content. There is a difference. I make nice. Okay. So shut the hell up. You made a choice. That's what you want. I'm happy that you have that. I wish you success and prosperity. If you make $60,000 a year, if you're by yourself, you might pay taxes. If you have a family, you get a refund and you don't pay taxes. Okay, you do have a family. I'm reading it. It's so close. Let me grab the other phone. So you have a family. I don't care about money, so there's that. Okay, so if you don't care about money, you really have nothing to say about rich people. Done. Who's next? Family Chan, you're a jackass, bro. Get the hell off my chat. You're done. Disrespectful pervert. Typical leftist. Deborah says he has no idea. I'm so glad I ran across your video. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Common sense. The common sense is not for the faint of heart, apparently. Kevda says people who are born here have more competition from legal migration than illegal. No, that's not true. I am American, and my name is not Fennis. Let's see. What else do we have? Time is on my side. Yes, he is. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year to everybody that is already a new year in your area. $60,000 is piss money. Sean, I can't disagree with that, bro. It's okay, but it really is not that much, bro. I understand. Glenn says, Dennis, dude, are you an American? I know I'm reading old comments. Sorry about that. For all you hardworking Democrats, please put your comment in with a super chat so that I can see it, so I can read it. You're so used to being socialist. You want everything handed to you. Time on my side says, Dennis, you need me to your mama joke. Go ahead, man. Let it rip, bro. Just get their name and let it rip. And don't forget to block them and give them some lip tart emojis. Make sure that every time you block a comment, you give some lip tart emojis to that username. All right? Jake, why do you care what state I'm in? Just curious. What are you thinking there, buddy? Washington State. Please give America to Mexico. All right, I'm going to use the phone's audio, okay? Okay. So I'm going to use the phone's audio. I don't like it that much, but if that's bothering you, I couldn't hear it either. So you're right. Thank you for letting me know, guys. Okay, so this is why I like to be inside my office inside. So one of the things, man, I don't know what the hell. What was the last thing you guys heard? let me go back and see what was the last thing you heard. Okay. All right. All right. So I think I found the spot. I'm not sure, guys. You guys are so patient. Thank you. Okay, so sorry about that. Technical difficulties on the Dennis Herrera show. All right, here we go. All right, that audio is going to stay. That should be okay. All right, so for all you Democrats out there that want me to be able to read your comment in a timely manner, put a super chat on there, okay? You guys are probably used to living, off your mommy's EBT cards, but we don't take EBTs on YouTube. So, with that being said, no, batteries are good, brother. The case that I have also charges them, and I got full battery life. It's not that. It's just because the iPhone is not very good with this microphone set. My smartphone has a better audio than the iPhone. Let's see. Oh, Brian, number 2, Happy New Year. Second Happy New Year. Dude, it's 10:36. They can't be at New Year's already. The next New Year's is at 11 p.m. for me, and then 12 p.m. for me. Google, majority people on EBT, says cut. Hey, be nice, bro. There's nothing wrong with being on EBT. I'm just joking around, guys. Let's see. Go subscriber mode. Hey, 2026. Man, I can barely read, guys. I brought my glasses, but I don't want to wear my glasses. Cheers to Cora. Well, I tell you what, whatever the audio technical difficulty was, it just threw me off track. But don't worry, because I have, now that I have no freaking mic for you, shit. Yeah, now the videos are not going to work. Okay, forget about the videos. Happy New Year to everybody. If you haven't got Happy New Year's from me yet, all right, I will allow you guys to put a comment on there right now. Ask me a question, and then stop trying to throw insults, because that's just wasting time, okay? Ask a question of something that you really, really care about. And let's see if I agree with you or if you agree with me. Can I please be more positive? So every time I try to be positive, the Democrats don't like it. They say that is a lie. So let's see. Jude has a comment. Let's see. Because so many many illegals were on EBT and social security, I couldn't get anything when I needed it and had to move back in with my parents. So I understand some of those people that need it. Love you, bro. Thank you, Jude. Okay, I will touch up on that. Jude likes the hat. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Let's see. Amanda Hall, do you really approve the way Trump is handling the economy and immigration? Yes. You're good, brother. Just keep on going, okay? Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, David. Thank you, Brian. This mofo coming to you from the dungeon, says Son Up. That's not true, Jude. Don't hate on Jude, bro. Do you support the LGBTQ? And if not, why? So, finally, a real question. So, here's the thing. People still to this day, they don't understand. But here's the thing about the LGBTQ. Everybody has rights, okay? I hope I make sense for you. Everybody has rights. I'm okay. I have gay friends. I got lesbian friends. I don't agree with transgenderism. I think that mutilating your body to become something that you're not is not good. So I support gays and lesbians, and that's about it. Maybe some bis. Now, I don't support what they do. I should rephrase that. I love everybody, but I don't support what they do. Now, the difference between some transgenders that have gone through the experience, what they have told me is that they regret going through the transgender, process, and they regret it, but they can't go back anymore. Now they're screwed. So now they're dealing with, psychiatrists, support groups, because they can't take it back. It's a big thing. Now, it doesn't mean I don't love them. If people fight me and insult me, well, I'm not going to like them, but I'm still going to have to love them. Will I support what they do? I can never support what they do. But I don't have a problem with them. I'll give you a little example. Whenever I told Christian or religious people, and I'm talking about very religious people, that we are called to love gay people, it was hard for them to understand that loving the person does not mean loving and supporting the sin. For example, I'm not gonna put his name on here, okay? My members, my old-time subscribers that are with me all this time, they know exactly who I'm talking about. But I'm gonna give you this example. There is a big brother that we have. He's a black veteran, and I have to say black because he's very sensitive with racist stuff, okay? So he's a black veteran, very American. He fought for the country, etc. But he has a drinking problem. Now, even when I support him and take some of the insults that he gives me, I love him, but I don't love the alcoholism. Because when he's drunk, he's not all there. Now, I understand when people are drinking, they become more, I'm not going to say more honest, but they become more relaxed, loose, and so you're able to express your feelings. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to tell you the truth. It might slip if they've been lying to you, but it is the same way that I look at it. So I love the gays. I love all people. What I don't like, and this is where I go against them, I believe myself to be a well-balanced man, okay? And the problem with gays is, I had a clip. I don't know if you can hear this. How do I do this? Let me grab the phone. I didn't want to do this, but I'm going to grab the phone, okay? And I'm going to show you, okay? All right, so I'm going to play this for you, okay? I'm sure you heard this before. Let me see if you can hear it.
You see the difference?
I've found if a conservative is gay, they live their life and respect other people's choices. If a liberal is gay, they demand respect, even if it has to be legislated. If a conservative is a vegan, they don't eat meat. If a liberal is a vegan, they want to ban meat products for everyone. If a conservative doesn't like a gun, they just don't buy it. If a liberal doesn't like guns, they want to outlaw them for everyone. If a conservative believes he needs health care, he goes shopping for it or finds a job that'll provide it. A liberal, they're demanding that the rest of us pay for their health care. If a conservative watches this, he's going to forward it to a few of his friends for a laugh. A liberal is going to try to get it deleted, taken down, because they're offended, they're triggered.
What do you think about that? I guess I can use my phone to show you the videos. I find that very interesting. And wouldn't you agree with me? Wouldn't that be something common sense that we can say, hey, well, I love gay people. I don't have anything against the LGBTQ except they want to indoctrinate our children, convince them that it's okay to be that way. No, keep that shit in the closet. It should have never come out of the closet. I think that we lost our way when we forgot that we're supposed to fight for all innocent people. Gay people should not be making fun of. They can make fun of themselves and in a comedy club, that's fine. But we should respect gay people, just as they should respect us. That's how I feel. I hope that kind of answers your question. I got nothing against gays. As a matter of fact, when I start campaigning for governor, we're going to have gays for Dennis. Or, I don't know, maybe I'll use my Spanish last name is Herrera. I don't know. Maybe I'll think I'm going to use my first name, okay? All right. I do have another clip, and I'm going to show you this clip. Let me see. This video here says, it's not white supremacy to investigate fraud. Let's take a look.
It's Democrats who have put Somali diaspora in Minneapolis at the center of their party and their state's politics. It's a small portion of the population. There is a bunch of fraud that goes on. And even Tim Walz has claimed that any investigation of this fraud is akin to white supremacy.
No,
which is
he hasn't. He has not claimed that. He has not said that.
He has said that.
He has not said that.
This is what happens when your own federal government wages war against you. This is what happens when they target communities for their own benefit. This is what happens when they scapegoat. And this is what happens when they no longer hide the idea of white supremacy, the idea of white supremacy, the idea of white supremacy, the idea of white supremacy.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's how Democrat leaders talk to us. And the legacy media tries to defend them at all cost. What they don't understand is that, well, technology has changed a lot. And so you can go back to this video and every video that I make, and you can try to say that I've lied about something. You have, my friend, every way of grabbing my video, clip it, and play it. But if you lied about me, if you edit my videos to make me say something that I'm not saying, I will sue your ass for that, okay? So always be honest. You will never have to be sued by anybody. We got Güero supremacy in this house. Bro, stop trolling so hard, bro. We don't want people getting upset. I got another one for you here. Now, let's see if you recognize this one right here, guys. You recognize her?
I'm voting for Democrats. Listen to this.
One thing that I've heard from a lot of people is that the Democrats aren't doing anything for the black community. That's true.
Yeah.
I lived it. That's true. You lived it. You mean I lived it because I am a Democrat. I ran as a Democrat, and if you go check my voting record, that's what I always pull, a Democrat ballot. They say they're a Democrat, don't mean they for you. Mm-hmm. They're normally for themselves. Yes. Right now, Republicans are doing a good job to me. This is my opinion. No, so all the stuff that I will say this about Trump, that Trump states fake news, election rigging, stealing seats, it is happening. It's happening in Illinois. And I was right there to see it at the caucus in December of 2024, where a person came and stole the election. They didn't even let the people in to vote. What? Yes, it was voter suppression at its worst. The news covered it, they saw it all, but guess what? No one did anything. People signed affidavits saying they wanted their vote to count, did not count.
Now, that was not me saying it. That was a black woman saying it. Now, if you guys want to know where the clip is from, that is from the Black Conservative 24. Go to this channel and subscribe. I will try to put some clips out there of him eventually in the future to kind of promote his channel. I think he's very popular, I think. I'm not sure. I didn't check the subscribers. But nonetheless, the black community is also waking up to the lies of the Democrats. Many of us have left the Democratic Party, and we're only joining the MAGA movement because we are concentrating on making America great again. Now, don't worry. I got plenty of other clips that I have saved for you guys. This is a good one. America is letting in his enemies. Now, you guys, you might have seen my videos before, and you will know that I have been talking about a Trojan horse for many months. You guys have been hearing me telling you that our enemies are infiltrating us. They cannot destroy us, declaring war. The best way for they to destroy us is to do it from within, okay? Now, I don't remember exactly what he says, but I can tell you by the title that he is on my side, and he will explain it better from a Muslim point of view, okay? And I don't know if he's still a Muslim or if he converted or what, but this is from Valuetainment, so we'll give him credit for that. I told you, Ilhan Omar, Talib Rashid, and others in Congress that are against the United States of America, they are letting our enemies destroy us from within. Hundreds of thousands of Somalis. It's not a coincidence. Venezuela allowing all these crazy gangbangers, murderers, rapists, all these people to be infiltrated with the caravans of all these illegal immigrants. They were able to come into our country as victims, as people of need. See, they reached out to our Constitution. They reached out to a country that believes in Christ. Most of the people here are Christian religious. Most of the people here are humanitarian, Americans by birth. These guys, you Americans are such a helping nation. And I'm proud to have become that. I've done the same. And I think that we need to always keep our guard, and we cannot let our emotions make our decisions. Okay? You know, I make mistakes. When I get emotional, like upset and things like that, I might say things that I might regret. I might contradict myself. And this is why people always push your buttons to see if they can make you lie. Okay? But when you are always talking the truth, that just doesn't work. All right? So let's take a listen.
Immigration is not the problem. The problem is, who are you allowing in? They're allowing in people that hate the country. They're allowing in people in America that shout death to America, death to the United States, death to Australia, death to Europe. They're allowing people in that burn the flag. This is no longer immigration. This is an invasion.
You hear that? What have I been saying? It's not immigration. It is an invasion. And I'm glad I'm not the only one saying it. And no, gay didn't used to mean happy. It still means happy. I am gay most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. And I like to have a gay old time. I don't care what the libtards and all this new culture change people want to use words for, but Dick is still Richard. Oh, that's horrible. I apologize about that. I don't know if I can take that one back, guys. I don't know if I can take that one back. All right, let me see what else do I have in store for you. I got a couple more clips. Some of them you might not like. Some of them you might not like. I normally don't agree with this guy. What's his name? He's from the Ben Shapiro crew. What's his name? Let me see if I can find out when I click on it. Michael Knowles. Okay, I don't always agree with the Ben Shapiro crew. Michael Knowles. Who's the other guy? The guy with the beard and the glasses. Anybody? Both. You guys know who they are. What's his name? Walsh? I think. Something Walsh. It's not a van, bro. It's my SUV. My family is too loud. You know, Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. 6 minutes to 11 p.m. here, West Coast time. Happy New Year to those who is 12 midnight and you are watching. Happy New Year, guys. Thanks for the jewels. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for becoming members, especially if you become a superstar member, because that helps me huge in my channel. So thank you guys for doing that. I appreciate it. Francisco, stop the misinformation. Get him, Brian. Get him. Matt Walsh, thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate it. RC, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Everybody, 12 o'clock on your area. Happy New Year. Bueno, no. Get your own membership, bro. Let me know you're for real. You know what happened last time? Because when people give memberships, anybody, like random people get it, right? Well, a lot of people that hate me got a free membership. So whenever I do members only, I'll encourage you this. I will encourage you, if you want to support me, instead of paying $60 for memberships for people, just do a super chat for $50, and that's great. Okay, that helps me a lot more. And it also helps me to, when I do members only, it's actually people that agree with me, think alike, and people that I share what I'm going to do with my campaigning for governor in Washington State. You guys know that. So, and if I do any personal bloggings of specific areas, you guys will probably be the only ones that see it. Okay? So that's very important. Because every other video, you have to monetize it. We got to get views on it. You guys know how it works. YouTube always recommends that we always encourage people to like, subscribe, and share our videos. YouTube also encourages us to remind people that they can sign up for a membership, because they know that's how they make money. But most importantly, it's how we get support so that we can continue doing what we're doing. Now, some people appreciate my time, giving my time to you to talk and allow people to just try to ridicule me and insult me and just call me names. And I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest, I've had a lot of super chats from Democrats. I know I'm giving you guys a hard time, libtards and retards and all this stuff. You guys can say the same thing about me. That's fine. What I don't want is just call me a name and then don't give me information. Like, you guys have been doing great so far, it looks like, with questions. Let's see. Dennis, breaking news. Here in California, gas has dropped below $4. That's good, bro. Today at $3.77, it was nearly $8 with Biden. Holy smokes. Thank you, brother. I didn't see that comment before, bro. It's because this phone is too close for me and I can't really read it. And so I have glasses, right? I can read it, but I have glasses. Oh, I guess it does work. Yeah. Okay, so there's enough distance. There's a certain distance where things start to get blurry. So I look at my other phone that I'm over here monitoring for the sound, and those letters I can read, but they're very small as well, okay? So, all right, let me give you my undivided attention here with this awesome clear glasses. Let's see. Let me go ahead and come up a little bit just to give you guys some attention. Guys, if you guys don't appreciate me doing this for free, F you. All right, let's see. Tatch says, I voted Trump. How could you still support him? Okay. Was his huge... Oh, I was his... It's a typo. I was his hugest supporter. I can't anymore. That country in the Middle East, I can't. Which country? You got to tell me. You got to tell me which country. Thanks, David. Love you, brother, says Brian. David says, I'll catch you later, Dennis. I'm very proud of you. Thank you, David. Have a happy New Year. You be good with your family. Enjoy your time. God bless you and your family. Let's see. I don't know what that is from Wraith. Blah. Okay, let me see. Healthcare is gone for 40 million starting tonight. Bruh, we'll see. We'll see. It's not the end of the world. Some people, they don't need healthcare. Other people, they got to find a different way. Thank you very much, Brian. I really meant that. Okay. JP says, what position are you campaigning for, Dennis, and in what state? We're going to run against Governor Bob Ferguson here in Washington State. Happy New Year, Loretta. Thank you for the wishes. Thank you, David. We'll see you in a bit. I'll probably still be here. Sister Trinity is probably passed out right now. I texted her, but she's not here. Maybe she's having some good time with the family, which is good. Those people saying they voted for him, straight lying. Maybe. I voted and love every step so far. And I agree with you, time on my side. I'm the same way. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. 12 o'clock somewhere. 11 o'clock west side. Cray, Mississippi says, I don't care about illegals or homosexuals. Very small population. Think about the 300 million that aren't. They say it's 21 million. About 3 million have been deported already. But then some people say it was up to 50. So I don't know. All I know is that prices going down is not a coincidence, guys. And I'm going to tell you, it's not because of the governors. It's not because of them. It's because of Trump. And at some point, you got to admit that. All right? Gulf of Mexico. Only if you're in Mexico. If you're in America, it's the Gulf of America. You know how that goes. But time is here, and I'm not... Oh, shoot, I forgot. Time, my bad, bro. You are a moderator tonight, my friend. Just don't go too crazy, okay? Don't go too crazy. There you go. Sorry about that, buddy. I didn't see that. Repent from your sins. Give your life to Jesus. Well, to Jesus Christ. I never liked that word, Jesus, because there's a lot of Jesus is in Mexico, and that doesn't have meaning to me. And I know who you're saying. I know who we're talking about. Let's see. Gas in Florida is $2.29. Over here, I filled up my tank yesterday, and it was $3.49. So it went back up. Let's see. Robert say, time I stole her. That's why she ain't here. This guy, it's already being... I mean, you guys... This too much testosterone on the chat. Too much testosterone. Must get some of this testosterone out of here. No one said Sleepy Joe. No dementia, Donnie. Even when seeing the symptoms. Talk about bigotry. Nomad, I have no idea what the hell you mean. Francisco says Mar-a-Lago documents case. What the hell is that? That's a really bad typo, bro. What's my opinion? I don't know what case you're talking about. If there's something new, I don't know. Admitting his family lost health care and he hasn't a clue. Buddy, I don't have health care. I don't have health care. So here is the thing. Let me just give you my little opinion on health care. Let me tell you something. You really don't need health care unless you have a bad condition. Children need vaccinations. Okay, I get it. Every child, I think, should have health care. Child. I don't need health care. If I break a bone, I got to pay for it. So what you do is stop depending on the government and start saving money aside, right? Because you're complaining about health care, but only because you depend on the free health care. See, everybody that is disabled veterans, people that actually qualify for the health care benefits, they still qualify. But lazy mofos that are able to work, that don't want to go to work, well, now they have to go to work. Okay? All right. That's just my 2 cents. I don't want to go too deep into that. If I go to the hospital or something, I'm paying cash. Okay? I'm paying cash. Happy New Year, Bay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sean, Happy New Year. You're in New York already, so Happy New Year, my friend. Absolutely, prices are lower, and I live in New York, says. Oh, my goodness. January Figueroa says, death round the corner. Plus, don't be dramatic. Don't be dramatic. I know too. That's just for the Mexicans. They know what that means. And that too. Let's see. Francisco says, El Robo Info Top Secreta. This guy. Jose says, what the F is our president doing? Hey, forget about it. That's last year's news. Let's see what happens this new year. All right, I'm going to skip some comments in here. Go to the very bottom of the comments. Time says, y'all, I'm coming so brave behind them keyboards. How about go to war like I did? I'll tell you what, Time. Not everybody can be a soldier, brother. Not everybody can do it. That's why I appreciate you. That's why I love you. That's why I support you. That's why I love my veterans. That's why I support every soldier serving in the military. So God bless you guys for that. All right, Timothy says, what are your top 5 values? Dennis, values. Well, number 1, my faith. All right? My faith in God. I think my family. I don't know if I have an actual order. I never thought about having a specific order. But definitely family, definitely God, faith, family, and country. When it comes to my beliefs on what a family is a husband and wife with children. That's a family. What else? I believe in there's only 2 genders, male and female. I believe that men can never be women and women can never be men. I think that's 5 things. There's more, but that's good for now, I think. Thanks for the question, Timothy. Justin says, you can tell by the accent he was not born here. Nope, I was born in Honduras. That is accurate. America first, not Israel. So, let's take a look. Let's see. You guys, okay, let me ask you something. Did we start giving money to Israel when Trump took office? Your turn. Answer a question. Excuse me. So Luis says yes. That's wrong, Luis. Wrong, Justin. Obama gave $3.9 billion. Don't quote me. $3.9 billion to Israel. That was Obama, not Trump. Now, am I okay with giving billions to Israel? Yes. Why? They're our allies. We have some interests from Israel. Now, don't go all holy and mighty on me. Live religion out of the way. Live religion out of the way. Okay? I already showed you a clip, a video of what's going on over there in Israel and Gaza and with the Palestinians. Okay? We already know that story. Let me see. Let me research, see if I can find the actual number. Let's see. Now, Trump was not president, but between 2009 to 2016, which was the Obama era, the United States provided Israel with over $23.5 billion in foreign military financing, the FMF, and an additional $3 billion in missile defense funding during Obama's tenure, totaling $26 billion. This is not Trump. The 10-year Memorandum of Understanding, on September 2016, the Obama administration signed a new unprecedented MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with Israel, which committed $38 billion in aid over U.S. fiscal years from 2019 to 2028. Yes, it covers Trump's first and second administration, but this is Obama doing this. This was the largest single pledge of military assistance in the U.S. history to any country. Well, the annual breakdown. The $38 billion package amounts to $3.8 billion annually. $3.8 billion annually. And Minnesota is getting how many? 12 billion yearly. Go figures, right? Okay. All right, so there you go. With that being said, Israel has been attacked by many Muslims. I'm not even going to say country. And I don't want you to think that I'm making this about religion. It's not. Well, it is a holy war. I get it. But that's not the reason why I support them. Now, I support Israel as a people because of the Bible, okay? But I support them as away from the Christianity. I support Israel because they are our ally, okay? I believe on helping Ukraine. But there's got to be something. See, Donald Trump is not best friends with Bibi for nothing. We get something back in return. We get intel. See, Israel is in the middle of, 2.2 billion Muslims. Israel's right in the middle. Right in the middle. Israel has not once said death to America. Is there good people and bad people in Israel? Absolutely. We have good people and bad people here in the States. I've said this before. Now, the reason why you have to hear it again, and my ass is falling asleep, the reason why you have to hear it again is because people keep asking for it, okay? That's the only reason. All right. Time on my side says, let's see, I counted 3 death threats, 10 physical harm threats, 20 false accusations involving kids, and 20 racist comments from idiots. None you want to visit me right now, I think is what he said. Bill says, please find Christadelphian videos and Christadelphian Bible study and learn what God has planned for when he returns his son Christ, Jesus Christ from heaven in Psalms 110, 1:3. Well, first of all, guys, if you're going to talk about prophecies and interpretation of prophecies, you have to know that eventually Israel will be hit with a mortal hit, almost destroying Israel. But the Bible promises that's when Jesus Christ's return will be, or around that time. And I'm going to tell you, religiously speaking, I feel sorry for every single human being that has stood against Israel. Every single one of them. Blessed are those who bless you, and cursed are those that curse you, O Israel. I believe in that. Now, you don't have to believe it. We'll all find out in time, right? We'll all find out in time. Okay, let's see. Los Cali. Okay, bro, you're done. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here, bro. I'm going to put you in the corner for 10 minutes. All right, get out of here. I want some comments that I can help answer for you, okay? Sean, blah blah is definitely not a millionaire, bro. This guy depends on Soros to pay him to go protest. If I was rich, everybody would know. Hey, I'm rich. Let's go. Let's see what we can do for the world. Blah blah 10 seconds because I was asked to be nice. Keep it up, fool. No. Give everybody. Here's the rules, time. If you give somebody a warning, give him a 5-minute timeout. And then throw a lip-tard emoji on the screen so that I can see it. Like so. Let me see. Let me put blah, a message. Like so. Let me, blah. Like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the emoji like that. All right? So you put somebody on timeout, put them in timeout for 5 minutes, and put that emoji on there so that I know that you put him in timeout. And that way I can probably climb. Freshly, welcome, my friend. Happy New Year to you. I'm still waiting 46 more minutes for me to say Happy New Year. The free thinker says, Dennis, why didn't you serve in the military? I wasn't cut out to be a soldier, my friend. Thanks for asking. Casca says, Brian, we don't need to give our allies billions when we need to fix our stuff first. Cascas, I agree. But are you helping us fix the problem that we have here in our country? That's a serious question. That's a serious question. Let me plug in my phone before I don't have any charge. It's a serious question, my friend. I agree with that comment, but what are you doing to help us fight? What are you doing to help us fix the problem here in our country, in the United States of America? I agree with what you said. What can we do to fix things here in the United States of America? Yes, sir. Freshly, bro, you know. Hey, man. Thank you for your support, man. You're always great, brother. God bless you and your family. What has Israel done for us, brother? Listen, I have a lot of friends and family. They haven't really done shit for me at all, but they're still friends and family. If they do need help, I am there for them. When I do ask for help, they do help. But doesn't mean they have to continuously do something for me. We exchange intel. Again, Israel is in the Middle East amongst billions of Muslims that keep attacking Israel. No, Buster, stop lying, bro. Stop lying. Taryn, which allies? Which allies? this guy is going all the way back to 1967. Are you serious? Bro, that's old news, man. That's old news. What we're talking about, our friendship today. Our friendship today. Today, if Iran stops doing their dumb shit and they decide to be our allies, today we start looking at them as our allies and we will help them out when they need help, but it has to serve a purpose for us as well. Every time we help Israel, why do we help Israel? Because they're stopping billions of Muslims. it's crazy. Their population is like not even 10 million people, I think. 10 million. 10 million in Israel. And they're in mixed with Christians and Arabs in Israel. Imagine that. So we have to help them, okay? Yes, Buster, I want to make sure that, that I have the information, because I did say that they haven't bombed us. And the reason why I said that is because they haven't bombed us in the last 4 decades. I had to go all the way back to 1967. Bro, that's over 50 years ago, man. Come on. Come on. That's true. Holy wars never end. And this is why we're against Muslims saying globalize the Antifada, right? You guys know that already, right? I like it. Sadly, Jesus will smite you when he returns. Oh, he's going to smite all those who doubt, that don't believe in Christ, for sure. Taiwan, you know what? I'm not even concerned about Taiwan right now. We have a lot of things that we're involved so far, so we can't really hit everybody. We can't defend everybody at once. I think if President Trump does something to help Taiwan right now, I'm going to tell you, I will probably not support it because I don't know what he knows. I don't know what the military can do at the same time. Can we handle it? If we're destroying ships and boats and attacking here and attacking there and strikes over here, strikes over there, remember, all that takes money. All of that gets resources used. if our enemies want to distract us, see, Chinese people, and I mean the government, I apologize, the government, the Chinese government, they're not stupid, but they're not as wise as they think. For example, when the United States, back in 93, 94, right? We left the Philippines. Remember, we used to have a base in the Philippines. We left. And what happens when we left? The Filipinos, they celebrated, oh, finally we get rid of the Yankees and the Joes and, you know, all these things, right? And then what happens? China comes in. China comes in and starts threatening them. It starts bullying them. Well, decades go by, and now they see that President Donald Trump is in office. And what do we see? Well, the Filipino president came to the United States and made a deal with the president. Oh, by the way, for all of you guys that say that we never make deals, like it's all fake, guess who's back in the Filipino base? The United States of America. Doggone it, if that is not proof to you that we made a deal with the Philippines, I don't know what else to give you, my people. With that being said, right now, this attack on Taiwan, which, by the way, I don't know how far it's gone yet. The last I heard was that China had made some test missile attacks with the land under the water. It didn't hit anything, right? That's what I heard last. I have to go look it up again. But it could just be a distraction to see how we respond. See, there's people that like to test other people's resolve and patience. Kind of like the libtard protesters that go protest ICE and the police. They have gotten too close to them. Some of them keep their distance a little bit, but most of them don't learn. And they go in there, get rid of T-Rex. T-Rex, don't come in here being a fool, bro. Put a comment in there. Ask a question if you're in here, okay? So I think that we have to be really careful, okay, how we respond to things. I think China and Russia are testing our patience. They're testing our resolve. The Chinese came and talked bad about us because of we took that oil that's supposed to go to China from Venezuela. And, well, Venezuela is not being ruled by the lawful president, so it's still being run by a dictator, Cartel de los Soles drug lord. And there is proof that he is. He has political prisoners, which makes him a communist. That's the sign of a dictator communist. He has assassinated his political rivals. The actual president of Venezuela had to go into hiding. And now she's coming to come back little by little, because now that she knows if something happens if Nicolas Maduro does anything to her, President Donald Trump is going to F him up big time. Just like what he said to Iran. Iran, you want to faffle? Do you want to faffle? Want to faffle? Because you say we are at war. You want to faffle? I'll show you what that means. So he's not playing games anymore. See, he's not this weak, I go by emotions type of guy. He literally is the right president of our time. And if we were to go into war, there is no better administration in power right now than what we have for the next 3 years. And I believe the next administration after that is going to be even better. You know what's funny? I found this video from Sahar TV. He's an Israeli, and he made a blog, went into Israel, made a blog, and he went and talked to people. And let me see if I can find it. And he was actually talking to a gay Arab, and he wanted to speak in Hebrew So he spoke with him in Hebrew. Let me see if I can find the video, and then I can try to point my phone to it. Sahar. There you go. Let me see. Islam finally exposed. No, that's not what I want. I'll find the video here first. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find it. He's got a lot of videos. Anti-Israel lies, apartheid Christmas. Maybe this one. Let me see. Undercover Zionist goes to a West Bank mall for Christmas. All right, 10 minutes. Let's see what they say.
Wow, Dior, Chanel, and Prada for the displaced refugees? What? What? Show that to refugees in Africa, I dare you. They'll tell you, these are refugees. Got that Prada. What a joke. Hi guys, this is Sahar TV, and in today's video we will watch the amazing city of Ramallah in the occupied territory of Palestine. You'll see one of the most beautiful malls you probably will ever see in your life, and it's in the occupied territory. Surprising. Let's watch.
בעוד כמה ימים יחגגו בעולם את חג המולד, הקריסמס. אירופה וארצות הברית כבר מקושטות, אבל התמונות האלה לא מגיעות משם. ברוכים הבאים לקניון הגדול.
You can do that using Buy Me Coffee.
Sorry about that.
הפלסטינים שנמצאים כאן.
Guys, look at the refugee, all dressed up nicely, with her son dressed up completely nicely. All of them look oppressed, right? Look at the oppression. Look at the brands behind them. The occupation.
جينا نصور شوي المول كتير حلو أول مرة إني هون مول بجنن بتيجي على هذا المول أول مرة עשרות אלפי מבקרים מכל רחבי הרשות מגיעים לכאן בכל ערב, אבל גם מישראל. זהו אחד המקומות הפופולריים בקרב ערביי ישראל שבאים הנה, גם כדי
By the way, this is Israel, where there's Arabs, Muslims, Christians. Do you ever see this in Palestinians in Gaza? I don't think so.
את אווירת החג המתקרב וגם לילות במחירים קצת יותר נוחים.
نحتفل بعيد الميلاد بعيد راس السنة والأضحى والفطر. أنا مسلم. أنت مسلم. مش عندي مسيحي مسلم. كل الأعياد. كل الأعياد. أنا مبسوط يعني إنه هون إحنا بنيجي نحتفل مع أهلنا وشعبنا ووطننا.
You want to tell me that you celebrate Jewish holidays in the mall? But there's no Jews in Ramallah. What Jewish holidays can you celebrate in the mall? You can celebrate Christian ones, that's for sure. Muslim ones, that's for sure. But no Jews allowed. You didn't Ryan, right?
אף על פי שמרבית הלקוחות הם מוסלמים, אי אפשר שלא להרגיש את אווירת הקריסמס, עצי האשוח שמקשטים כל פינה בקניון, מוצרי החג והמוזיקה שמצליחה למשוך גם את הציבור המוסלמי. בשנתיים האחרונות, בגלל המלחמה, היו פחות חגיגות קריסמס, השנה מרגישים את השינוי.
وكيف البيزنس؟ الحمد لله كثير منيح. يعني كان في فترات إغلاقات وتسكيرات نزل.
You understand that the guy we're looking at currently is labeled as a refugee, right? As a displaced refugee.
Refugees.
He's a business owner in Ramallah. Look at this beautiful mall behind him in Palestine. Yet he's a refugee? What?
كثير الشغل بس الفترة هاي الحمد لله مع الأعياد والأجواء الحلوة ومعنا زوار بيجونا من الداخل كثير الوضع منيح.
والوضع تحسن بعد وقف الحرب؟
أكيد الحمد لله الحمد لله تحسن كثير.
طبعا في ضغط بعده بسيط ونوغان ولكن كيف بشوف الأمور عم تاخذ حيز منيح وإن شاء الله ربنا بيسر الأمور.
בקניון הזה יש היבט שהוא קצת מעבר לעסקי, וקשור לאחת הסוגיות המרכזיות בחברה הפלסטינית, סוגיית האסירים. אחד הבעלים שלו הוא לא אחר מאשר קסאם ברגותי, הבן של אסיר העולם ואחד מראשי תנועת הפתח, מרואן ברגותי. יש כאן הכל מהכל, מסעדות ובתי קפה, מותגי יוקרה ואפילו מותגים...
Wow, Dior, Chanel and Prada for the displaced refugees? What? What? Show that to refugees in Africa, I dare you. They'll tell you, these are refugees? Yeah, that Prada. What a joke.
יש את האיפור ספורה שעדיין לא הגיע לישראל.
There's no Sephora in Israel. There's no Sephora in Israel, but there's Sephora in Ramallah. You get this, right? Crazy.
البراندز اللي في الخارج كلفين كلاين Moroccan Dream, Sol de Janeiro. אנחנו כאן בחנות איקוני.
What the hell is up with the mariachi music?
זה ג'ינס של טומי הילפיגר, 519 שקלים, חלשים.
But how are the refugees going to afford a $150 jeans, or maybe a little bit more? How are they going to afford this, the refugees? Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're lying to us. Yeah.
זה תיק גם כן של טומי הילפיגר, נמכר כאן ב-850 שקלים.
Another bag for the refugees, sold at 850 shekels, which is about 200 and something dollars. For the refugees, how are they going to afford this, the refugees?
Wow.
Yo.
תיק מאוד יפה. יש כאן גם מותגים מאוד יקרים, לא הכל כאן זול כמו שחשבנו, בכל זאת לקוס, טומי הילפיגר, אלה מותגים שגם כאן עולים פחות או יותר כמו בארץ. ליווייס, הג'ינס, האהוב, המוכר. בוא נראה כמה הוא עולה כאן. האמת, מחיר ממש ממש טוב. 470 שקלים לליווייס, זה בסדר סך הכל.
I think you get the picture of the video, right? So for those people that want to say bad things about Israel, and they can say, of course, they can say whatever they want, but the reality of it is that it's different. Whether that's in Ramallah, the Palestinian area, the point is that this is actually part of Israel. And if Israel was evil towards Muslims, they wouldn't have this. That is the point of this area. This is where Christians, Muslims, and everybody is in there. And so most of the customers are Muslims. The point is, you can't have this in Gaza. See, they're not going in here to destroy anything. Israelis are not there to commit genocide, as people claim. You have to understand that, yes, even if there is thousands of people dying, the Palestinians, because of Hamas, Israel is only about 10 million people population compared to billions of Muslims. So it's not a genocide. And if Israel wasn't able to defend themselves from all the missiles that were thrown at them, thousands and thousands of missiles, Israel wouldn't even be what it is today. And tell me, when Hamas and the Palestinians, and it's not the Palestinians either, man. It's just the stupid people that are not living in Israel and in Gaza. That's the stupid people, I think. Because the Palestinians that see every day, face to face, what the atrocities and horrible acts that Hamas is committing, they're the ones that know it. But here, I know thousands of Muslims that are great people. I have had dinners with them. We have exchanged information. Now, I still believe that the Islam religion is fake, it's false. But that doesn't mean that they can't practice it. If they're happy doing it, that's okay. I am against jihad and against Sharia law. And I understand, people call themselves Christians, but they don't read the Bible. People call themselves Muslims, but they don't read the Quran. I've read enough to understand that it's not a good religion, okay? But I do believe that there is good Muslims, absolutely, 100%. DJ, dude, If you don't have faith, if you don't believe in God, it doesn't matter what you say. This is not the channel for you, my friend. You might have to leave, okay? This is not the channel for you. I'm not here to convince you to do anything. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's tricky, but get the hell out of my channel if you don't know how to behave. Let's see. What else do we got? Let me read some comments in here. See the W2, this guy. What about it? What are you trying to make a point? DJ says Dennis is a deranged Trumper. Okay, blah blah. I don't know what the hell you're saying there. Many who are thinking like Dennis here. DJ, I don't know what the hell you just said in there. Bro, Carrie, I don't know what the hell this mariachi music was in Israel. That threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. That's like, what the hell is that got to do with this video? Which, by the way, is gonna be cut off. So the people that are not watching this live, you're not gonna see the reel, or it will be muted. All right, let's see. Okay, no more reading libtard comments. Okay. Time, if you're still in here, Brian, if you're still in here, any retard that puts a stupid comment in there to insult, just go ahead and get rid of them. You got to go ahead on that. Let me go ahead and play. I guess I'm going to have to use it again. Let me go ahead and play a clip. Man, I hate doing this in my car, to be honest. But let's go ahead and play a clip from Michael Knowles.
When civil war and state failure sent hundreds of thousands of Somalis fleeing. The U.S. had adopted a new policy, welcoming political refugees in 1980, over 2 centuries after the founding of the American nation and 360 years after the landing of the Mayflower in Plymouth Harbor, for those who are keeping count. So, by 2011, nearly 100,000 Somalis had been welcomed into the United States as refugees. What exactly did they build in America? They didn't sign the Declaration of Independence. They didn't build our military, or found any universities, or make any of the discoveries, or invent any of the inventions that made America a global superpower and gave us the American century. They weren't even here when all that stuff happened. But that doesn't mean they haven't built anything. When Somalis began arriving in the 1990s and 2000s, they built mosques and Islamic centers and Quranic schools. They opened halal shops and grocery stores that sent remittances back to Somalia. Beyond these legal, or at least semi-legal businesses, a major source of remittances to Somalia has been the American taxpayer. Because the most impressive institution that Somalis have built in the United States is the kind of community group that perpetrated one of the most expansive cases of welfare fraud in American history.
Okay. I just wanted to let that finish, okay? Let me see. There you go, brother. Now, I don't agree with everything Michael Knowles says, on a lot of things, but what he points out is valid. It is valid. Remember that Ilhan Omar said that Somalis are what did she say? Not the backbone. What did she say? What is the word? What is the word? What did she say? It's not the backbone. She said something else. She said that Somalis are something of this country. What? It's escaping the word in English. Sorry, guys. Let's see if anybody can give me the word in here. Can't do that, Jordan. Can't do that. Time. Fabric. Doggone it. Why couldn't I think of the word? The Somali community is the fabric of this country. The fabric of the United States of America. Imagine the balls to say that when they haven't done jack squat for this country. Unbelievable. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you another. This is a libtard at its finest. Check this out. Uh-oh.
Time for the anti-Israel propaganda. We have time for the anti-Israel propaganda.
That's Salem.
Say Hamas was wrong at any point during this conversation.
It's fine.
Listen, we know that there's
No one
plenty
said
of
that.
we know there's plenty of disagreement on that issue.
I never said that.
Well, we let it on spool for 2 minutes, but sure. I mean, honestly.
Okay, I have a quick word.
Well, I don't understand. Israel's our ally. Not a single word in your speech for the atrocities
Shouldn't be.
that were committed on October the 7th.
We should
not
cut
a
off
single
arms
word,
tomorrow.
Not a single word for the idea that Israel has every right to defend itself. Not a single word for the fact that Hamas right now is killing people inside of God, their own people. You
What do
seem
you
to lay
say
it all at the feet of Israel,
Israeli
a democratic
human rights
ally
group.
in your own
Excuse me.
country, and you have no
Excuse me.
negative
Excuse
word
me.
for the
Excuse me.
terrorists who raped and
All
murdered
right.
and kidnapped.
Excuse me.
Zero.
B'Tselem,
None.
Israeli human rights group, says
None.
they're
And
committing
you still
genocide.
don't.
Guys,
You still don't.
We gotta go. Rita Ninen, thank you very much.
You see how she tried to cut him off? That's what they do here. When I allow people to call me on my channel, that's what people do when I'm in the middle of explaining my talk. They do it on the chat all the time. That's why I ignore it most of the time. But every time that I'm hitting the points with truth and fact, and they know that I'm saying the right things, they like to throw a bunch of insults. It's like these demons, they don't know how to hold it in themselves. And they throw all these interruptions, and they throw all these distractions, and they try to be relevant with everything that they're saying. But in reality, they have no knowledge of what the hell they're talking about. All they know is orange men bad. Bad orange men. Okay, besides that, what the hell else do you have? Give me something to be on your side. Give me something. I will tell you, I am not going to follow a weak loser and on top of that, a blind person. That's just not who I'm going to follow. For those of you who said that you voted for President Donald Trump, but now you don't know, you're not sure, well, that's because you guys are flakes. That's because you voted with your emotions. But see, all of my patrons that are on my channel, especially the ones with green and blue colors, those people made a vote with a rational and common sense decision. We are not going to allow to continue, we're not going to continue to allow corrupted Democrat politicians to continue to destroy our country. They made nothing, no agreements, no deals with anything. Thank you, Robert. They made no deals with anybody. And all of you patrons that are in here, maybe some of you guys don't know. I'll give you the benefit of doubt that maybe you didn't know the information. I will vote for Trump if he was running for 2028, but he's not. But I really hope that J.D. Vance actually continues, and I really hope that Marco Rubio continues, and I really hope that Tulsi Gabbard continues. If we get Tulsi Gabbard later in the future as the first president woman, it's not because of DEI. It's not because we want to have a female president. It's gonna be because she earned it, and she has proven herself to be determined, self-starter, and a good leader with common sense. And then we will vote for her. But I voted for President Donald Trump twice. I would have done it 3 times if I was a citizen before. But I'm going to go ahead and share this clip again, since now I'm showing you with the phone. I don't know if you've seen this clip yet. Obviously, it's AI. So I'm going to tell you this. I'm not going to play this sound, okay? But I think the clip is funny.
Welcome to the trap house.
No sound, I said. All right, I'm going to show you. You guys may have seen it already. Look at that. Now, this is AI, okay? This is for shits and giggles. The Leering Center